Hello, everyone. You are seeing for the very first time Season 10 of the NRSL Universal Orlando Cup Series. Boy, does it feel great to be back in action as we are here for Daytona 500 final practice. This is your boy DeYoung here. As you see, Clint Spellman rolling on off and plenty of others along the way. All 42 drivers you are seeing here are going to come on out, and we will see who will get the front two rows and who will be lined up for the duels that will take play here. So, if you are seeing this right now, by the time of recording, I recorded this before the Budweiser shootout, so I just want to give a forewarning in advance for those that they don't hear who won the Bud shootout by the time this video comes out. My apologies in advance. So let's get on down to Clint Spellman and go from there. As I do apologize, I had the racing line on. Oopsie. So you could tell I had it set for an online race and totally forgot to take that off. So we can do that right now. Thank God it's not super professional. Anyways, Clint Spellman in car number 24 is going to be the first driver to come out on the course. Spellman had probably one of his best seasons in that car. However, one thing still remains. He has yet to win overall in that car. But there is some good news you can say about Clint. His team, Clint 8813 Racing, has got a teammate. And we will talk a little bit more about his teammate in a bit. But Spellman keeping his traditional John Deere colors with him. And we'll see what happens here for this season. Could he go to the chase for a third season row? Could he actually finally win a championship? We shall see. Quentin Moore already posted a lap there. We've seen Spellman out first, though, so I'm amazed Moore managed to beat him out. But probably because 24 was already the first one out, and he actually got himself a lap, so that would probably be why. Phil Parker in car number 29. We'll actually put this up so that we can see all of this here. Who moved over from the 15 to the 29. Now, he is a part of a satellite team under the Meyer Racing Toyota. Phil Parker running under Supreme Autosport. Is the Louisiana native with Camping World aboard this season. Now, this will be the only scheme that Parker will be running in this duration of the year. And we shall see what will be on board for that 29 team. This is the first time the 29 has been used this season. Since in the Cup Series, I believe it was Nick Smith in the 29, and that was all the way back in Season 3. So it's good to see the 29 come back. First time under a Toyota, might I add, but yeah, going to be interesting to see how it's going to be for Phil Parker. Did not have a good season last season, but Meyer Toyota decided they keep board team, but put him on the satellite. See what happens from there. Jessica Shelton in car 02, looking for a rebound year. She did get a win last season. However, she just did not have anything at all what was in store for Season 9. Just a flat-out struggle altogether. And just looking for a big rebound altogether as they have approached Joshua Osborne, checking up a little bit there. But Shelton, a lot of eyes are going to be on her. Former Daytona 500 winner, I rock it up on the inside line. Both of those drivers you can see. Zachary Fitzwater moves from the 7 to the 5, staying aboard of Evans Gardner. Now he's got a slather of schemes aboard for that 5 team. Filter Time USA, Exalta, Crowley Foods, Nationwide. And I believe they have one other scheme along the way, so this will be one of his primaries altogether, Exalta. Now, interesting about Fitzwater is that I believe Evans Gardner, this is actually his third different number he's running in the series altogether. And last season, that season was just an absolute train wreck for Fitzwater. So he is looking for a major redemption this season. He knows how to drive the car. It's just he needs to get his luck straightened out. And we'll see what will happen to him when we take the green for the 500. Joshua Osborne in car 27, a new look there. Out goes Castro GTX. In comes Hunt Brothers Pizza. Now, I'm not sure if Castro will also be a part of the 27, but this will be one of his new primaries for the season. Osborne, who had a bit of a okay year towards the end, he kind of fell apart there. And both him and Qualls did not win a race last season, so their streak ended on winning a race for the team. However, some good news happened for Johanna Atwood Motorsports. They actually picked up a teammate, which we will talk about later on once we go through the drivers. Aaron Douglas, second season in the 36. His first season, he had a bit of an okay season. He got a win in that 36 car. However, not really too much of a season altogether, but it is a good warm-up altogether, though. Aaron Douglas and the sponsor, Pump It Up, being one of the main sponsors he'll have for that 36 car there in his second season, the sophomore season. We'll see if he can pull off some magic and do what he did last year, maybe a little better. RJ Bishop probably be the one driver that everyone's going to be keeping an eye on for this season's Daytona 500. If you see what happened last season, and then it was back in season 5, I believe it was, he had a chance to win both of those Daytona 500s, lost out on the last lap in both races, and you can tell he is the driver that really needs to win this race so badly. And RJ Bishop, he will be the car to keep an eye on once this green flag drops. RJ running that Mountain Dew Baja Blast, a little bit of an updated look, different, little bit of a shade on the color that has been extra, and an updated number font on that 98 car. Looks really good there. And my apologies, I thought I changed Potteet's scheme, but he will be running great clips for the regular season just without that yellow banner. I thought I had changed that there, but anyways, Dylan Potteet really had some interesting for say about this upcoming season there. Now, Potteet has been one of those drivers that's been around for quite some time. He is one of the 3 drivers that's been around since season 1. And Potteet, despite winning the championship in season 5, he's had a little bit of up and down success. Currently, right now, he is the second highest driver, I believe, that has won in the wins all time. And I'm just double checking right now. Yep, tied for second. If he gets one more win, he'll tie Clint Spellman and Cody Llamas. Potteet did not get a win last season, so he is looking to redeem there. Although he did win the All-Star race, so that is at least one positive. Man, there's a chunk of cars over here all around. Cole Deaver, who, I gotta say, his first season returning to Cup, definitely was better than expected in that 9 car. However, Evans Gardner trying to pull some 3D chess. They have moved him to a very familiar number. The number 3 car. This is the first time the 3 car has been used in some time since Michael Norman drove it back in season 5. Running Bass Pro Shops aboard in that number 3 machine. And maybe some other schemes in the future, but for the most part, Bass Pro Shops is going to be the main primary sponsor for that number 3 car. So we'll see what will happen to Cole Deaver. Currently also saying that Oreo, GM Goodrich, and possibly Wrangler and Wheaties could be aboard that number 3 car. Adam Garcia, one of the few rookies that'll be aboard this season in that number 6 car. So the 6 have been rebranded from the 8 car to that. And his sponsor that he's had in the Outback Xfinity Series the last few seasons sticks with him. Twitch.tv. Garcia finally making his rookie debut in Cup, and what a way to do it. It'll be in season 10. Currently 9th on the board right now with Deaver running the fastest lap of that number 3 car by 2 1/1000ths over Benjamin Thomas, and rocking up ahead of both of these drivers. Garcia definitely going to be the rookie to keep an eye on this season. He has got the expectations to really pull some magic this season, so we'll see what happens for Team Flick there. Nice pickup at St. Elise, though. Sky Commons, car number 17. A little bit of an updated look in that Bass Pro Shops. He's got black and orange. Probably wonder what's going on. Well, he has signed a deal to have an alliance with Bishop Family Racing, and his team will board Mercedes. There's another team that has board Mercedes, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But you can see, though, Sky Commons has got the Mercedes brand aboard his number 17. And I gotta say, there are now 3 Mercedes teams aboard all together in the Cup Series, and a total of 6 cars as well. So I gotta say, they definitely have the steel, to say the least there. Commons definitely really didn't have much of a season last season there in the Dodge, so they went shopping, and I guarantee you this may pay off for that team for sure. If they get some wins, oh boy, they will be dangerous to keep an eye on for sure. Connor Meyer, car number 51. He's probably one of the few drivers who actually had a pretty good season with Meyer Racing Toyota. Him and Brett Pritchard were the only 2 to really make some noise. Meyer, though, really revamping this look in the number 51. A very nice looking scheme. Let's go actually on the chase cam. Oh my, or actually rear chase cam. It's called Ghost. And this game actually looks really, really neat. Let's see if we get a really good angle here coming off TV2 here. But this yellow black car, kind of very similar to Cody Llamas' 48 car you see up ahead. Very nice looking scheme for Meyer's Toyota. Definitely pops for sure. So we'll see what happens to Connor. He really needs a run like he did back in Season 8. We'll see what happens. Cody Llamas in car 48. Who definitely did not see the day of light happen in that 48 car last season. And a lot of struggles there. This is one driver that really wants to see if he can get up to 10 wins, him and Clint Spellman. But the funny thing about Cody, he is now teammates. Whoa, as Deaver almost got into Adam Garcia there. That was close. And Cody actually decided to team up with the driver that he's tied with all time in the points. Or, not for points, I'm sorry, for wins. Clint Spellman. The 48 Lowe's machine definitely really going to be the one to hopefully break out this year. A lot of question marks concerning Mr. Llamas there. Another driver's been around since Season 1. Possibility he could actually get the rabbit out of the hat, finally win a Daytona 500 as well. He came close a few times as well, but we'll see what happens. A lot of favorites in this one, for sure. Zach Flickinger, the champion, moving out of the 96 and going to the 9. You're probably wondering, you've seen the Brant Monster is a goal he wanted to honor the 10th season in a way like ever before, and becoming champion as well. You can see he's got that championship gold, he has called it, on that number 9 car. And currently one of the slower cars out there, but he is in draft, and he just ran his fastest lap not too long ago, but really not doing much. Currently in the bottom, Nikki Martinez. Wow. So we are kind of falling a little bit behind on time, so let's try to see if we can jump up ahead to some other drivers. Brett Pritchard in car 54, an updated bang look. He's got Rainbow Unicorn on that car, who made the chase last season video by the wild card after those 2 back-to-back wins he had in the regular season right before Thornton. And it helped him begin the chase. Unfortunately, that's all he could have really done, and didn't do much after that. So Brett Pritchard looking to see if he is not a one-trick pony, and to see if he gets some redemption this season. Amanda Evans, making her full-time start this season. I was supposed to put an R next to her name. I thought she had the R on the name, but she is not. Currently right now, I want to mention Cole Deaver and Benjamin Thomas, the top 2 right now. But Amanda Evans making her Cup Series debut. Evans Gardner really has a lot of faith in that 65 car. And the funny thing is, she did not post a win last season in the Outback Xfinity Series. But they have a lot of faith in her. She's actually not bad of a driver. But I'll tell you what, she has proven she can be a good driver. But just, man, she comes so close a few times on trying to get that first career NRSL win. She'll be the one to keep an eye on, though. Also battling for Rookie of the Year. Allison Rain in car number 7. So Fitzwater and Rain decided to take the swap. So now Rain going aboard Fitzwater's car, running the Ally scheme. You can see that both her and Llamas will be running Ally schemes. Main way you can tell, Allison Rain running more of the Jimmy Johnson colors of the Ally scheme, and she wanted that epileptic look type of feel there, so you can tell she's definitely got that aboard there. For Allison Rain in car number 7, she will be running Ally. There's a regular, a USA and a Trans Pride, Crowley Foods, Wave Energy, which is making a return since Season 6, and Cincinnati. So it'll be interesting to see what will happen for Allison Rain. She did get a win last season at ISM after, and that was under her first name under that name too, so we'll see what happens. She did get her teammate right behind her too, in the 65. Benjamin Thomas, another one of the rookies aboard this season, currently second fastest, 2 1,000ths off. We're trying to get on the pole there, but good starting spot there for Thomas. He has got one strong car there in that DoorDash Toyota, who actually had a really good Xfinity campaign there in that 51. Made the chase, fell a little bit short in that battle for the championship, but this shows Meyer Racing Toyota, they got a bright future with some of its young guns there. And I'll tell you what, 2 of its drivers in the top 3 right now. Really good, strong stride going on there for that team. DoorDash being the main sponsor. We'll see what happens to Thomas. Definitely looks like a fun rookie to keep an eye on, too. Speaking of rookies, oops, I want to talk about Cody Smart right here. This was an interesting choice for Archangel Racing. They're trying to pull what Bishop Family Racing did, and they have brought Cody Smart aboard, who's running Grey Club's colors, throwing some colors to Jason Leffler's scheme there, and Casey Kane back in the Nationwide Xfinity days. Smart, not a lot of NRSL experience there altogether, but has ran under the S10 Spectrum Cup Series, did get a win, and kind of had a up and down year. So we'll see what happens to Cody Smart there in the 97. Just going down pit road to get some service in that car there. Got a lot of drivers here. Talk about the driver that's not, that we didn't talk about yet in this pack. Trent Dunham in the 1 right now, so we got 20 minutes left in the session. Always that one driver when it comes to the Daytona 500. The fans always want to keep an eye on this car. He is literally the Dale Earnhardt of this series. He can win plenty of other tracks, but this one here, he just can't seem to get it done. The second Chevrolet there, definitely going to be one to keep an eye on altogether there. See if he can pull some magic there. Currently 14th on the board right now in the Duel 2, so we'll see what happens for Trent Dunham. He did have a really good season last season, once again falling short in that championship battle altogether to Zach Flickinger. Diego Yepes in car 59. Not really running some fast laps right now. Currently in Duel 2. Yepes made the chase last season, although did not have rookie magic like he did in the season before. In that number 59, arrow the order there. Mercedes. Got a couple of schemes that be joining him. This was a scheme he ran in the chase also too. He's also running XI batteries, FRA auctions as well. So Yepes trying to hope the draft can really kick in behind him so he can get some draft laps in there. But we'll see what happens to Yepes there. Brian James made the chase last season. Second race into the year, scored his first career win after a long hiatus from NRSL action, and he made his return in dramatic fashion. He also had a really good season in his second ever season in Cup. And I gotta say, Brian has definitely been a vocal point for Archangel Racing. He was the one carrying the team, and he definitely showed a really strong stride altogether there. Brian James will be one to keep an eye on in his third season in Cup. Ramian Fisher in car number 11. Now, I believe Fisher did win last season. I am going to double check on that right now. But in the meantime, though, Fisher had a bit of a kind of meh time of year. He had his moments, and yes, he did win. He won the Throwback Race Weekend, which was his home track, so it was a good sentimental moment, but did not make the chase last season, so he is looking to try to get some benefactor right there. Currently 13th on the board is that number 11 Credit One Bank Chevrolet. Wow, Garcia literally went way into the high line there. Jeffrey Finguy in car 92 in that Amco Ford. Him and Scott Roush were teammates last season, and Finguy got an okay run altogether. Nothing too much need to be said, but Finguy wanted to make the chase. Almost won the Daytona 500 as well, but got involved in some shenanigans towards the end and fell a little bit short there. Him and Benjamin Thomas coming down pit road. So Finguy wanted to keep an eye on all together when we head into that green flag for the 500 and all that. Sam and Oskin in the 63. Remember how DBI shutting down at the end of the year for season 9? Benjamin Miles owns the team now, Hertz Racing aboard, and they have signed a deal with Bishop Family Racing and Hertz Racing to have some alliance. They have Mercedes aboard. Oskin currently 16th in his sophomore season. Rookie season was actually okay. Made the chase by LCQ. Or no, I'm sorry, top 10 of the points. My apologies. And oh, we got a snipe for the top position. Llamas and Bright have now got the top 2. Cody Llamas and JT Bright have sniped Deaver and Thomas out of the top 2. But Oskin, currently 16th on the board right now. We'll see what happens there. Second season, hopefully does not get the sophomore slump. Seth Cole in the 07, who definitely had an interesting last couple seasons. 2 seasons ago, won the Daytona 500, won 2 races, made the chase, battled for the championship, fell apart and choked it. Last season, struggled ever so mighty, was dead last in the points, made it by the chase via by the LCQ, and actually did surprisingly good. just when it came to finale, just fell short and unfortunately flipped on the finale race. So Seth Cole currently 10th on the board right now. New colors to his ASIN there, black and green, helping out the sponsor of FRN there. So he's going to be running between that and his other ASIN car, and also be running by, as well as some other, seems like Hot Tamales Ice in that 07 car there. Got a lot of cars in this pack there. Alex Strait in car 14. A lot of rumors are around in that 14 machine. Could he be out at the end of season 10? He has not been performing like he did once in his rookie season. This driver has been not doing a lot of good things there. And he is looking for redemption there. Could this season be the one? Drake Curley 34th aboard and set for duel 2, but really needs something there to boost some confidence there. Not a lot done for that 14 team altogether. Some cars are coming back onto the track there. Sky Commons and Ace Wild there. There's Keith Batson in car 39. Ooh, look out, Sky Commons there. Who managed to finally get the rabbit out of the hat and get his first career win, finally, in car 39. Staff Soldier Suicide now aboard the 39 car instead of Nathan's Hot Dogs. He got his first career win at the Brickyard 400. Seems to be the place where you can get your first career win for a long-time veteran there. So good to see Batson finally get it done. Now let's see if he can get a second career win and go for more there. Also make the chase too. Batson did not make the chase last season. He had a good season too, but man, I'll tell you what, Batson's got the win. Guess he can go for broke, try to get that Daytona 500 win out of the way too. There's Quentin Moore, last season's Daytona 500 winner. Now, when he got his win at Open Roads, I had said he got his second win. That was a mistake. He actually got his third win of the year when that happened. Right now, currently 38th on the board. So, obviously, he's really not trying to go for a lot here. He's probably trying to focus when the duels come in and try to get a good qualifying effort from there. He actually had won the duel race and managed to win the Daytona 500. So, that's the first time someone's ever pulled that off. So, Moore's going to be one to keep an eye on this season. He's now part of Johanna Atwood Motorsports, being the three-car team for the first time ever in the team's history. So Moore definitely trying to prove something against the Evans Gardner team. He can do what it takes to be with a new team and continue that stride. Dill Thoreau, car number 4. Definitely had some interesting season altogether there in that National Guard Chevrolet. Thoreau managed to really just one at least redeem himself altogether there. Did not get, or actually he did get a win this season over at Pocono, but just, man, he just did not have anything good after that there. He fell apart and just struggled ever so mighty. He was actually the worst driver in the standings with a win in like the high 30s. So the road needs to really show he has not a one-trick pony there in that National Guard Chevrolet. Scott Roush in the 60, who definitely had a very good season in his return to Universal Orlando Cup Series action there in that Roush Performance Ford there. He's got listed 15 minutes here. Roush currently 40th on the board right now in the speed, but I guarantee you he's going to be one of those drivers that is going to wait till the duels to make his presence known there altogether. Baranowskis in the 46 was up in the front of the field at first, now has fallen all the way to 27. Can't seem to get out of that 45-1 there. He's been stuck doing 45-3s earlier, but Baranowskis managed to get 2 wins back-to-back, one at Bristol Dirt, one at Texas. So she has finally got out of that slump, but hopefully she continues with some action once we go Green Flag Racing this season too. Jesse Turner in the 78, there he is, running a new Aflac front end on the look of that Mercedes there. If you notice that look on the side, Bishop Family Racing, they've updated that font. Turner trying to continue some motivation there. No wins last season, but we'll see if he can continue some momentum here in his 3rd season in Cup and with the team Bishop Family Racing currently 30th on the board. 10.5 minutes to go. They're going to see if we get someone on track. James Qualls in car number 70. There he is. Qualls definitely trying to see if he can get something done in the Season 8 champion. I know I mentioned how last season that he really needs to win the Daytona 500. That same can be said for Zach Flickinger. Qualls right now 41st on the course. Really not trying to go for anything here. He's just trying to get the car warmed up and show off to the fans. Castrol GTX, mainly the sponsor for Qualls in that 70 car. They have been lifelong to the team, and we'll see what happens for him there. Him and Humphrey Speed's the main two sponsors for Qualls and Osborne there. Levi Mcintyre, easily the villain of Season 9 with the way how he's been running on the plate tracks there. Probably wondering what's happened with him, and we'll see what happens with him there once the season progresses. But currently 35th on the board. No wins under McIntyre's name from last season there. He did get a win the season before at Auto Club, so he is running on a little bit of a winless streak. Is that 99 car? Oh, and Osborne! Cody Llamas had flipped! Is your pole sitter. Oh, and McIntyre's gonna spin out. Wow. Alex Ferranti just wrecked him, but Ferranti currently 37th on the board there. Now Llamas will still keep his spot altogether. He will not have to go to a backup car, but wow, that is unfortunate to say the least there. And that was our first wreck altogether too. Ferranti in that 84, though, definitely really hasn't had a lot of good things to happen there ever since he's been aboard there, but hopefully Season 10 will be a turnaround point. Go back to the days when he was a part of Archangel Racing there. Nikki Martinez, who was at the bottom of the barrel earlier, now running 38th. Really nothing much you could say on Nikki. This is actually the first time she's racing under this name, and it was formerly Angel Navarro. Now Nikki Martinez, who struggled in that 42 car last season. Nikki there trying to go out there. Oh, trouble for Baranowskis in the 46, and more trouble for Levi Mcintyre. We'll look what happened a little later on there. And Allison Ray in the 7 with an issue. Keith Batson quit more also. But Nikki Martinez running colors to Casey Kane's car, it looks like, there with the Klondike car, back to his Nationwide days. That'll be the scheme mainly used for the year. Maybe some more along the way in the 23. I forgot what was noted that would also be running. But Martinez wanted to hope to get some redemption from last season, struggled immensely. Kyle Matthews in the 50 car. There's a certain thing there for the S3 car here. Normally running the 09, but just for this season, he'll be running 50 and honor Kings Island's 50th anniversary. So code tie-in. I know he's running Kings Island for this race, but he'll be running a Kings Island 50th anniversary car once the race 2 will go along, which will be at Chicagoland. So it'll be interesting to see how that'll go. Curly not to the board. Oh, and trouble for Deaver and Trent Dunham in the 1. JT Bryan coming down pit road in the 22. See if we can find whoever else we haven't talked about here. It's currently on the track. James Ellison, the 03 in the Stouffer Chevrolet, made the chase last season by the LCQ. And Ellison actually did okay, but yeah, when that chase came, he didn't really do much there. So he's looking to see if he can get something done. His chase streak currently continues. He's made it back-to-back seasons, so second season in Cup here for the 03 team. Look at all that incident in a bit there. Looking through whoever else we haven't talked about yet here. Ace Wild in car 18, as he's now taken over Zach Rogers and has moved over to the 18 Toyota. This is the first time the 18 has been used in quite some time. Last time that's been used, Scott Roush was driving that car and managed to get a win at Dubai. Now running Interstate Batteries in the 18 and also be running M&M's as a sponsor for that team. So a lot of big changes under that one there. Now, when I got to talk to Ace Wild, Zach actually came on in and said, hey, man, don't worry about it. Ace is going to be really, really good, and he's going to really be doing his thing there. So we'll see what happens for Ace Wild running his rookie season in that 18 car altogether. I want to find drivers who are on the track that we haven't talked about yet, as we got 5 minutes to go in the session. Currently still Llamas and Bryant, but you never know. Anything can still really happen, but I doubt it with the way how that wreck really changed a lot of things along the way. Guess we can talk about JT Bryant, the 22 there, as he's coming out on the course there in that FedEx Toyota. Bryant, second fastest on the board there. Which I'll tell you what, Bryant had probably a very weird year here in that 22 car. Now, he'll be adding along Kodak and Fafine microphone aboard his number 22 colors. But the main thing about Bryant last season is that he got a win at Papyrus. And then after that, he really didn't do much there. And actually, my mistake there, Batson actually won 2 races this year, not 1. So my apologies there. I thought he won only 1 race, but that was my mistake there. But Bryant, second season in Toyota, he is looking for the coup de grace, going to go all out there, try to continue his momentum there, try to see if he can jump up the wins list even more. Try to see if he can snipe Poti, maybe even Llamas and Spellman this season. See if we can find Benjamin Miles 62. There he is in that Hertz Mercedes. There he is. We mentioned about Steven Oskin, how he, you know, they were working together last season under DBI, now under Team Hertz, which is now this is the man that is running it from Rochester, New York. And a new little outlook of that Hertz Mercedes there. More black and yellow. So you can make all the Wiz Khalifa jokes you want. But Benjamin Miles there looking for at least a good resume under their first full year under Hertz Racing and under Mercedes. So a total, again, as mentioned, 6 cars under the Mercedes brand. That's going to be nice to see there. And with 3 minutes left, that is about it of all the drivers we have covered. I'm pretty sure we had. Also, I do want to mention is that Llamas will be running an ally scheme as well this season in that 48 car. And yeah, it looks like for the most part we have covered every single driver. So we will stick to Cody Llamas, which by the way, he's the only driver to hit a 44.6. Where's Cody at? There he is, getting some draft from Amanda Evans in the 65. And may get some draft from Smart and Spillman, but probably won't do much there. Amanda Evans may help her out a little bit. Currently at the bottom of the barrel, is Brian James in the 94 and James Qualls in the 70. So the way how they'll line up is that Llamas will be in duel 1 and Brian will be in duel 2. As long as they don't have issues in the duels, they will start on the front row. And this is looking good for the Florida native here, who is, again, has been involved since the very first season. Seth Cole, Trent Dunham, Dylan Poti, Cody Llamas, they have been the 4 to stick it out since that very first year. But a lot of questions with him and Spillman being teammates and that they're tied for all time on the wins. Could one of these two break the streak? And could one of these two go for 10 wins this year? No changes on the board. Let's just go through your top 10. They include also Cole Deaver, Benjamin Thomas, Joshua Osborne, Phil Parker, Brett Pritchard, Jessica Shelton, Kyle Matthews, and Jeffrey Finguy in the top 10. So a lot of Toyotas you're seeing on the board. Bryant, Thomas, Parker, Pritchard on that list, as well as Chevrolet. Llamas, Deaver, Osborne, Shelton, and Matthews. The only Ford being Jeffrey Finguy. He's literally been the guy that loves helping the Fords out, no doubt about it. So remember, there's no Dodge this year, and the highest running Mercedes is RJ Bishop in 13th. So remember, once these drivers are hitting the time expire button, they will finish that lap, and it'll go from there. So I think those drivers that just crossed the line, they will finish their laps. Maybe these guys, we'll see. Yep, all these guys, once they cross the line, that's it. They'll be the last drivers cross the line. We'll see if anything changes. I doubt it, but we'll see. Nothing much changed on James Quall, so... You know the old saying, doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you finish. But starting on the pole is a big bragging right altogether. Wow, Ace Wild really held them up. Benjamin Thomas wanted to go down pit road. Don't know why, but they did. Poti going to come on down. JT Bryant, see if he can get anything extra. Matthews, Douglas, and all them. No. And that is it. Those drivers that crossed the line earlier, they're not going to make it in time to finish those laps. Yep, as you can see, they did not make it in time. So Cody Llamas and JT Bryant will be on your front row for the Great American Race for Season 10. There's Bryant. He's got to be happy as ever. Cody Llamas, a good smile on the face on that 48 car. The Florida native. If everything goes smooth, he will start on the front row. And that is it. I know they'll be in queue, so we're going to pause it right here. Here's your full list, as you can see right here on the screen. Let's find your former Daytona 500 winners there on this list. Seth Cole, 11th. Looking through, Clint Spellman, 17th. Jessica Shelton in 8th. Let's see here. Quentin Moore did not have a good run altogether. He was towards the bottom. 39th there. That's your last season's 500 winner. And for the most part, that is it. So thank you guys for watching. Like, be sure to give a like, comment your thoughts here on this. Subscribe if you're brand new to the channel and NRSL, and hit the bell notification on future uploads. You've been watching production of the NRSL where racing is living. We will see you guys for the duels. Until then, goodbye, everybody.